If you're a fan of Genndy Tartakovsky's previous work, you need to watch Primal. If you're a fan of gratuitous violence and bone-chilling gore, you need to watch Primal. If you're a fan of adrenaline-pumping, chest-pounding action, enthralling atmosphere, powerful subtlety, and endearing character moments in storytelling, then I'm here to aggressively demand that you watch Primal. In an industry that's become comically oversaturated with carbon copy shows, character archetypes, and stories, Primal stands out as something truly unique. I can't quite explain it with words, but when I watch Primal, I really feel like I'm watching something I've never seen before and may never see again. It creates this simultaneously relaxing yet tense and brutal vibe that's all its own. The quick rundown is that the series is made by the same man who made the original Star Wars The Clone Wars miniseries, Samurai Jack, and even Dexter's Laboratory way back in the 90s. Primal is the story of a caveman named Spear and a dinosaur named Fang in some unspecified ancient time period. The show follows their unusual partnership as they do whatever it takes to survive in an unbelievably savage and dangerous world that they inhabit. It's one of the most violent, empowering, heartbreaking, and heartwarming shows I've ever watched, and it achieves all of this despite most of the episodes containing absolutely no discernible dialogue. In a time full of people with miniature-sized attention spans, it's a pretty bold choice to make a show with little to no dialogue at all, but it's a risk that ultimately pays off in a huge way, when an audience is able to still fully connect and become attached to these characters and their journey, even though they don't say anything really. That's how you know you made a good show.
Wow, that is delicious. Finally, some good fucking food.
From episode 1, this show wastes no time in making sure that you are on the edge of your seat and nervously anticipating what could possibly happen next. Not even 5 minutes into the episode, the main protagonist, Spear, goes from peacefully hunting for food by the river to witnessing his entire family getting brutally murdered and eaten by dinosaurs. After this happens, Spear climbs up a mountain and gets ready to, understandably, unalive himself after losing his entire family. But when he sees an image of his family in the skies, he rethinks his decision and instead decides to live on. The next day, Spear meets Fang and her 2 adorable baby dinosaur kids inside their cozy little dino home. And just when you think things are finally looking up for my man, bam! The Black Air Force dinos strike again, and this time they gobble up Fang's cute little babies too. God, what the f***? This is just morbid at this point. Long story short, Spear and Fang get their revenge on the king of Black Air Force dinosaurs. Then they end up wandering the same shore from the end of Evangelion for some reason, and they decide to travel together from now on, becoming each other's new family. If you want to know how to make a first episode, this is how you make a first episode. And as crazy epic as that first episode is, one of my favorite things about watching the show for the first time is realizing how it gradually becomes more and more over the top and otherworldly as it goes on. After watching the first few episodes, you might think that you know where the story is going and what type of world that Spear and Fang are living in. But once you start seeing super-powered gladiator monkey mutants, gigantic zombie dinosaur monsters, and mystical decrepit witches who use human sacrifice as a means of reincarnation, you'll probably start to notice that nothing in Primal is as it seems. And if you thought you knew what kind of show you were watching in the beginning, the truth is,
you don't know dick!
But what makes Primal truly special outside of the great action and gritty gore is that it does an incredible job of making you sympathize with pretty much every character, whether they're a threat to Spear and Fang or not. You can make an argument even that there are no true antagonists in Primal. Well, at least not in the first season. Every animal or enemy that Spear and Fang encounter are shown to have valid reasons for why they're attacking the duo, and those reasons are usually related to survival. And it's this theme that I think really makes the show a masterpiece in my eyes. The fact that even in this unbelievably brutal survival of the fittest type of world that these creatures live in, it's the bonds of love and family that are still the most important thing that they value. These violent acts of survival are not simply done for the sake of protecting the one doing them. They're done for everyone and everything that that creature loves and cares about as well. Spear and Fang give everything to protect their family in the first episode, and they both, unfortunately, fail. Once they become family to each other, they fight with the same ferocity to protect one another as they would to protect themselves. As people, I think we like to act as if doing things out of a sense of survival is inherently some sort of selfish thing. But Primal is a story about proving the opposite. We live for the people who love us, and in return, they live for us. A lot of times, that's where true strength and purpose is found. Throughout the first 2 seasons of Primal, you will see this theme reappear multiple times, to the point where it's almost impossible to ignore it by the end. Family, finding family, protecting that family, making sure that family can go on. It becomes the beating drum of Primal's brilliant symphony. Yeah, brilliant symphony. That sounded good. Simply put, you need to watch Primal. It would be a goddamn shame if this show doesn't get the recognition that it deserves. The Red Mist, Rage of the Ape Man, Shadow of Fate, Scent of Prey, Coven of the Damned, and plenty other episodes are all standouts to me. This whole thing is so good, man. Seriously, just watch it. Just watch it once. Give it one try. Watch one of the episodes I named. You don't have to start from the beginning. Just watch Primal and tell everyone you know about it, because this needs to be praised, because you don't get things like this often. Seriously, it's good. Watch it. Are you watching it yet? All right.